Hey everyone, and welcome back.
It's glad to be back.
So today we are diving into something, well, pretty amazing.
Oh, I like it already.
We're looking at those little acts of kindness
Right.
that we all do, or hope we do. But we're looking at it through a specific story
Okay.
about this local Meals on Wheels program.
Got it.
It's just amazing to see how something as simple as, delivering a meal
Yeah.
can have, well, this ripple effect, in a whole community.
Oh, absolutely.
So, okay, first let me introduce you to Gloria.
Okay.
She's 92. She's a retired teacher. She's just the kind of person, I think we all know someone like her, the kind of person who knows everyone in the neighborhood, always has a smile,
Yeah.
just a bright light.
Love it.
But recently, she had a fall.
Oh, no.
And it's made even, basic things like cooking a real challenge.
Yeah, sadly, that's something a lot of us either face ourselves or are dealing with, helping a loved one navigate those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And it's tough, as we age, those everyday things that we just do without thinking become so difficult.
Yeah.
Sometimes even dangerous. And when you lose that independence,
Yeah.
it can really just kind of impact, I think, your whole perspective.
It's more than just not being able to do those things, though, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, it's got to be emotional, too.
Absolutely.
Like you're losing control over your own life.
Yeah. There's actually, I was reading some studies showing that social isolation in seniors can be as detrimental to health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's a serious public health concern.
Wow.
And this is where these programs like Meals on Wheels, they're just so crucial.
Right.
Because they address, obviously, the nutritional needs,
Right.
but also that really important, human connection.
Exactly. And that brings us to Dan.
Okay.
So Dan's a retired firefighter,
Oh, wow.
and he volunteers with Meals on Wheels,
That's great.
delivers meals to, folks like Gloria.
Mm-hmm.
And he said something that really just stuck with me. He said, it's not just about the food. It's about the connection.
He's so right.
Right.
I mean, think about it. We crave connection. Everyone does.
Totally.
And for someone who's maybe homebound, that friendly face, that little chat,
Yeah.
while they're delivering the food can just, completely change their day.
And Gloria feels it too. She told us, Dan is like a ray of sunshine. Knowing he'll be here just brightens my whole day.
Oh,
It really makes you think about, those little interactions we have
yeah.
every day and how much they can mean to someone. I mean, that reminds me of my own grandmother.
Oh, yeah.
She lived alone for years, and she always just seemed so much brighter.
Yeah.
On the days when, like, the neighbors would just stop by.
Yeah, yeah.
Even just for a minute.
It's so easy to underestimate the power of those, what seem like small things.
Totally.
And what I think is really fascinating here is this concept of reciprocal benefits.
Oh, interesting.
So obviously Dan's helping Gloria,
Right.
but it's not a one-way street.
Right.
Gloria, with her stories and experiences, she's enriching Dan's life too.
Absolutely. And he said, Gloria tells me stories about her students and her adventures. It's a highlight of my week.
That's so wonderful.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Just this simple program creating this amazing friendship.
I love that. It really speaks to the broader impact, I think, of Meals on Wheels.
Yeah.
It's not just about, getting people the food they need. It's
Right.
about fostering those connections, building a better, a stronger, more caring community.
But, I mean, isn't it a bit unrealistic to think that volunteers can, solve this whole problem?
That's a really good point.
Shouldn't there be more systemic changes, too?
Absolutely. Volunteers are essential, but
Yeah.
they're not a substitute for, better social safety nets.
Right.
Healthcare policies that really address the root causes of things like senior isolation.
Yeah.
We need, I think, a multi-pronged approach
Right.
that includes both those individual acts of kindness
Yeah.
and then bigger systemic change.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. So as we wrap up here, I mean, what does all this mean for you, the listener?
That's the question, isn't
We've
it?
seen how something so simple, right, like delivering a meal can have this incredible impact, not only on individuals, but on a whole community. So here's something to think about. What's one small act of kindness that you can do?
Yeah.
Maybe it's calling a neighbor who, lives alone. Maybe it's volunteering. Maybe it's just, being more present, more attentive to the people around you.
You just never know the impact you might have.
You really don't. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.
See you then.